Welcome to Empire Wars. We're here with a brand new game mode. We're in the pub for season 5, and we're here with Empire Wars. And we got Craggedy here, gonna be playing as the Rus. Oh man, Empire Wars is here, and we already start off here with a few vills on food, few vills on wood, few vills on stone. That's not stone, that's gold. A few vills on gold, and we're still in age 1, but we're almost at the possibility to age up. So Crackety here is going to be playing the Rus in the left-hand side of the map, and in the right-hand side, we've got Kaup, going to be playing as the French. Let me see here. He's got the same setup pretty much. I mean, Crackety's is slightly different. He starts off with a hunting cat. Oh, God. 7 gold a minute. God. Okay, oh, it's gone up. Okay, it's gone up. 16, not bad. But yeah, so this is Empire Wars, and you know what Empire Wars makes me think of, right? Red Bull. I wonder if we're going to be seeing another Red Bull this year, with this being the game mode, because Red Bull love Empire Wars. They have it with Age of Empires 2. It would only make sense, right? But yeah, we'll have to see. But either way, Empire Wars is absolutely epic to have in Age of Empires. We see Kaup already on the stone. Classic Kaup right there, already on the stone. But Crackety, he's also going to be moving out for the stone and going to be aging up with the Kremlin. Kind of an interesting choice there, because we do actually see Crackety already starts off with a wooden fortress, right? So kind of odd that he would be going with the Kremlin, because part of the Kremlin build is that you don't have to invest 175 wood into this wooden fortress. But he decides to go up with the Kremlin, and we got a levy all militia. This is a new button that's been added. Have a look at that. Instantly summons all available militia. Kind of cool. I like that a lot. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing more militia snipes with this. Could be nice. The stable going to get dropped down as well with this. So, like, have a look at this. We're already 2 minutes, 30 seconds into this game. We've got 2 TCs down from Kaup. We've got stable coming up. We've got a second town center coming down from Crackety as well. Like, the action just happened so much faster, and I feel like we haven't really missed a lot, you know? Like, what have we missed here? Like, poor old Rus probably don't have as much bounty as they probably should. But, yeah, this is really cool. I think Empire Wars is going to do AoE for a lot of favors, because, you know, the first 4 minutes of the game, 4 or 5 minutes, they're usually pretty the same, right? There's not usually a lot different about it. But Crackety's called militia. 2 militia going to be making their way over to the TC here. He's 1 step ahead of Kaup here. Royal Knights are out. Crackety manages to defend. So actually not that many changes have happened to the French. There's a couple late game changes. Probably the biggest one is the Hulk rework that they've got. I think it's just, in fact, it might even just be a name change. But yeah, French really haven't had a lot change to them this patch. They had a pretty heavy patch last season. Or last patch, where they had their TCs increased in production speed. So not a lot's changed to them. I like that they're keeping them relatively simple. You know, there's not a lot to change about them. The Rus, they've had a couple changes. They've had the hunting cabins adjusted. So they now generate, they've done the maths differently. I'm sure Age of Noob will have a whole breakdown video on the new hunting cabin. And Crackety is 1 step ahead of Kaup, once again getting the wall up seconds before Kaup arrives. Lucky for him right there. Knights also coming out from Crackety here. Apart from that, though, the hunting cabin's pretty much the only change to the Rus. I think that's pretty much it, yeah. So, Crackety, he's going for 3 TCs. This greedy man. I mean, we're at 4 minutes, 40 seconds into the game, and he's already got enough for a 3rd TC. I think this is great. Because even these boomy games are still going to feel relatively fast, right? Like, if we're going 3 TCs in a normal game, we'll be at, like, the 11-minute mark, and we'll be there, like, snoozing away and whatever. But Yeah, I think this is going to be really, really good for Age of Empires 4. Nightmare starting to build up for Calp, up to 4. We see he's slightly ahead in Vills already. He's going to be aging up now with the Royal Institute. I feel like the Royal Institute's the way you want to go in Empire Wars. Because you got a much bigger economy from the get-go, right? And economy is... the bigger the economy, the more likely you're going to go for a Royal Institute, right? Because the Guild Hall, it's cool. But it's not that cool unless you're going like super late game, really. It's still a nice landmark, obviously, but Royal Institute is really the way. And obviously, Calp is going to be able to get some nice timings with it. He's got his blacksmith up, going to be upgrading his fitted leatherwork upgrade. With that, Royal Bloodlines, I'm sure, will be in the queue. We got cantled saddles coming in at the moment. Spearman going to be starting to move towards Calp's base. Triple Barracks is up. We've also got Militia that could be called at any time. I really like this button. I've got to say, this is going to change the roost right here. Okay, Crackety, mate, there's a button for it. There's a button for it. You didn't have to... Maybe he did press it. I don't know. Maybe it just slowly counts down. But it kind of looked like he pressed Q many times. But maybe I'm wrong. Of course, all 8 militia here are going to be chasing down the knights. I feel like it's a little bit of a waste here. Especially as your builds are still idled anyway. Spearman going to be running back to the base here for Crackety. Crackety looking to age up. We see it's going to be delayed by quite a bit though. Calp doing a good job right there. Just idling him as much as possible. But Crackety's going to be able to get some nice hits in here. That's going to be a few dead knights right there. Maybe not. Okay, I guess not. I'm very surprised at Calp managing to keep all of them alive. I mean, they're all very injured, but hey, French don't care, right? They've got chivalry. They're chill with that. They're like, oh yeah, I'm chill with that, mate. I'm chill. But Crackety got a little bit of idle time right here. A little bit of idle time on the Vills. Gate coming down. Nice little wall coming through. Crackety loving his walls here. Keep going to be dropped down now from Calp as well. Looking pretty happy here. Looking pretty happy indeed. Royal Bloodlines now coming in. High Trade House coming through from Crackety. Where's he placing it? Over here. Okay. Not a bad positioning. We're going to have to see how much this gives because hunting cabins as well as the High Trade House have been reworked with the gold system. So it's not just hunting cabin. It is also the High Trade House. Well, this is technically just a massive hunting cabin, right? So, yeah. We're going to have to see how much that gives him. I'd expect it to be... He's got all this whole wood line and that as well. It could be a little bit better if he didn't chop this bit, but I mean, you're not really given a choice with with how your builds spawn. But Crackety going to be moving out for the board. 75 gold picked up right there for him. Fortunately, in this pub, we've seen no caster UI changes, so unfortunately, we are still stuck bountyless, or bounty, as Marine Lord says, bountyless on the caster UI. The High Trade House is now up. We're going to have to see how much it gives. How much is it given? 77. Ooh. Ooh, that feels like a nerf right there. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Hunting cabins feel like they've been nerfed, I'll be honest. 77. That's rough. I thought this would have been at least 100. I'm really surprised by that. I felt like Roos has been nerfed in the process of the rework. Interesting. Crackety. Is he going to be able to get up the wall? There's a little gap. There's a little gap. Calp. Looks like he's just going to be committing to the fight. Royal Bloodlines is in for Calp, but there's a lot of spears here, but it doesn't matter. French with their knights, just so oppressive, right? Like, just able to take on spears like this is absolutely crazy. I feel like this would have been a different story, though, if Crackety had his veterancy upgrades in, though. So, does take that fight to buy himself time for the wall to get completed, but that feels rough. Veterancy Spearman about to come in, though. Lots of damage knights as well, so Crackety should be able to hold this one. He's also got access to the militia, don't forget. So that's another 6 militia. I wouldn't be surprised if he calls them now. 8 militia. You really want to try and call them before the gate goes down. Or they're in the base, but Crackly going to be dropping down even more barrackses. That gate does go down. Looks like Calp's just really massing up the knights here. I don't know, I felt like French are pretty good in this mode, I'll be honest. Spears gonna get taken out. I didn't actually pay attention at the beginning of the game, but someone let me know in the comments if the Rus and the French started on the same amount of vills. Because technically French should be further ahead at this stage of the game, so I wonder if they factored that in and given them more vills. But we see here, Calp. The numbers are just so damn big. Crackety, despite calling the militia, it's just not enough. The numbers are just so huge. I feel like Spears are just so useless up against French Knights. I mean, this is crazy, right? And then Chivalry's in for Calp as well, so all of these Knights are going to be healed up. More and more barracks are coming down. Bill's helping out in the TC. And one in the wooden fortress as well. But, I mean, Calp at the moment, looking super, super strong. He's up by so... I mean, Cracky's down to 2 military. That feels bad. That feels bad. We got a villager in here as well. Calp. He's doing some outposting in Crackety's base now. Oh man, yeah, this doesn't feel too good here for Crackety. Certainly feels rough for him. Drop down to market. Looks to trade some of that gold away. It needs to get some food out. But yeah, Calp can now just start to siege down the barracks. And look, we're only 11 minutes into this game. So much action has happened, but in such a small amount of time. I really like it. I really like this mode. Because I felt like we've had the same amount of action as in a 25-minute game. But it's only been 11 minutes. And now Calp's just running around the base. Second town center, or third town center for Crackety. He's over here. He's not lost that many bills. I mean, he's not looking completely terrible. That's kind of cope. That's kind of cope. He's looking kind of bad, right? Yeah. He's saving up the tickets as well, so well, I say that he's only got one, but oh, high trade house has now gone up to 155. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. So it must calculate it like every half a minute now or something, because yeah, it used to just come up with the base amount immediately, but it now looks like it's every half a minute. So 77 has been doubled, so I like it. And Crackety, he's yeah, I feel like he's kind of given up at this point of the game. Despite having so many barracks down, he's trying to garrison them inside the town center. He's going to try and escape here with his vills. Definitely what he needs to do. He needs to build up a mass of these guys. But we got to... oh god, Calp. Calp. Oh man, this is kind of smart though. Building forward siege workshops, then training battering rams. I like it. I like it a lot. Crackety just going to be making a little getaway here with his vills, but I mean, Crackety being on 3 TCs compared to the 2 of Calp, and Calp's so far ahead right now. He's up by 11 vills. 17 of Crackety's vills are idled as well. But it does look like he's going to be able to clean up the knights on the south here. Up north it's looking still a little bit rough. Just the knights. French knights are just busted, honestly. I'm surprised these haven't received any sort of nerfs. But I guess they're still experimenting from the last update. Last update they were buffed when it came to their bugs and what else? I think that was it. Yeah, so they had a bug where they didn't do bonus damage after their charge. I feel like it's really impacted the knights, right? And Crackety's, all of his barracks are going down. I mean, at this point in the game, Crackety, I feel like there's a very low chance of a comeback here. He's starting to mass up some spears over here. So, his best chance here is to try and clean up what's in the base here. And then maybe drop down like another 2 TCs. Or, yeah, but even then, it feels bad because, you know, by then, Calp's going to have plenty of stone for a keep. He's going to, you know, have even more knights down. You got to remember, all of the lancers from all of the knights from Calp here, they're all discounted. I mean, look at that. This is less than a Mongol Keshik. If you haven't seen a Mongol Keshik yet, check out what a Mongol Keshik is, because it's a pretty good unit. but not as good as a Royal Knight. But these guys cost less, and yeah, we can see here, Crackney. It's not looking too good for him. We got 3 trebuchets out. We got some rams, and with that, GG gets called. Well, what do you guys think of Empire Wars? Because I think this is the future of Age of Empires 4 right here. If you did enjoy this video, then please do feel free to leave a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.